For the first time after so many years, a decade Congress is showcasing the achievement of late Sheila Dikshit, emphasizing her transformative 15-year tenure, which is a new party avoided talking about her. Sandeep Dikshit was I would say part of a political sannyas. Whether he did it willingly or unwillingly is a question that he needs to answer. But Congress has got back Sheila's achievement as part of a list where spokespersons are openly saying this is what happened under Sheila Dikshit. So my question is, what did Sheila Dikshit do? I'll tell you. 70 flyovers in Delhi, Delhi Metro, CNG buses, cluster bus scheme, modernization of IGI airport, privatized power sector in Delhi, set up Delhi Commission for Women in Sakshi centers, Sonia Vihar water treatment plant, multiple other things like Sri Shakti campaign, health camps for women and children, set up e-stamping infrastructure in Delhi. But when the 2013 crisis took place, Sheila Dikshit was dumped. She went on to become in charge of neighboring state, but then she could never make a comeback to Delhi. But there was something which Sheila Dikshit also, late Sheila Dikshit, failed to do. She failed to contain the political fallout of Nirbhaya incident as the chief minister. She failed to manage AAP's corruption tirade against the Congress leadership. And the CWG scam, though the Kalmari was at the helm of affair, directly affected her image and she couldn't handle that. So the big question is, after 11 years, why has Congress rediscovered late Sheila Dikshit? Straight to you, Mr. Prasad. Why has this change happened?
Yeah, I think the answer is very clear and very simple, because the Congress is going to say, as already talking about, that there has been no infrastructure development in Delhi under AAP in the last 10 years. I mean, look at the number of issues they have raised on this issue, that there is no road, the buses are missing, the Mohalla clinics are in a bad shape. Even the BJP is saying so. So obviously, this is something. Sheila Dikshit had a huge following in the middle classes of Delhi. And I think the Congress wants to recapture that base by showing and showcasing what the Sheila Dikshit government did in Delhi during the last 15 years. And you're very right in saying, because she was kept out of the radar in the last decade, simply because of what happened in 2013, the Commonwealth Games scam and all the anti-India, anti-corruption movement with Aam Aadmi Party benefited politically at a later stage. So I think the Congress deliberately and consciously put it on the back burner. And now that it's a decade old, the whole generation has changed. And this generation has seen this government work in the last decade. So obviously now the Congress will try and showcase what it did, as you point out, some of the flyover infrastructure, airports, and everything in the city to make it ready for as a capital of India. I think all this is very natural showcasing that the Congress is doing.
Okay. Dr. Sen, do you think that this is going to work for the Congress party?
See, the Congress party has tried to rebrand its top leader a trillion times now. Has it been successful? Every year they try to launch this person and every year they fail. So these are simply gimmicks which the people won't accept. People would see the facts, their track record, and people would have an expectation from a political party that can deliver. And the political party is none other than Bharatiya Janata Party. Nothing else. Nothing else would work.
Nothing else would work. Shivam, now to you. My question to you is, why has Congress party discovered so much of Sheila Dikshit, who was chief minister for 15 years, after a decade?
Karthik ji, for the last two consecutive elections, we have been highlighting the achievements of Sheila Dikshit ji and the Congress party. And why should we not? As I said earlier, everything you see in Delhi today has been created by the Congress. And you yourself laid down the achievements of Sheila Dikshit ji from 98 to 2013, that she turned Delhi from an old Delhi into a completely new metropolitan city. And everything since independence, I'm going to, at the risk of repeating myself, everything since independence has been done in Delhi from the Congress, by the Congress.
But Shivam, it also tells you, but Shivam, sorry for interrupting you. You can continue after that, but it also informs every person that you failed to build a leader after Sheila Dikshit. After Sheila Dikshit, Delhi had no leader. You tried Ajay Makkan. You tried so many people. Some people came, they became head of your Pradesh Congress committee, joined the other political party. I'm saying Delhi has no leader. Delhi Congress has no leader after Sheila Dikshit.
See, every political party, there are people going here and there in every other political party. Yes, because we had a 15-year government, there was a lot of anti-incumbency also in various issues. I'm sure we must have failed in certain issues as well. That is why our government was voted out. I would object also your usage of the word dumped. It was voted out because it was a 15-year-old government and there was anti-incumbency against it. But having said that, why should we not project our own achievements? I mean, for example, my own grandfather was an MP 4 times from East Delhi in the 80s and the 90s. And the kind of work that he has done in East Delhi is working even today. And then Sheila Dikshit ji, why should we not project our achievements? Everything we see
Then
in
why did
Delhi
you
is
forget her for
here.
last 10 years?
Where did we forget in our last MCD election? Also, our slogan was Sheila Wali Delhi. Even in 2020, we had a similar slogan. Where have we forgotten Sheila Dikshit ji? We can never forget her. And no one in Delhi can forget the Congress party. But for the last 70 years, the Congress party has done development in Delhi. None of us have forgotten it, and no one in Delhi
I
has
think
forgotten
people,
it.
I don't know whether people have forgotten the Congress party or not, sir, but I think they are not voting for the Congress party in last two elections. The numbers are to say you did not open your account. Anjali, to you, do you think that this is going to work? Because there's a fair side and there's a flip side. And the flip side is, as a ground reporter, there was a Commonwealth Games scam. There was a problem. Papers did stories about it. There was a Nirbhaya fallout.
Yeah.
People covered it. I have covered the fallout. There were things which were out of control, administratively and politically.
Yes, Kartika, let me speak. Sheila ji was a very good friend of mine, and I have seen the way she was neglected by the Congress in her last days, and she was not at all keen to fight parliament election. I was with her the whole time during elections because I was also in Congress party at that time, and she was so sad the way she was treated by her leaders. Now, talking about her work, she of course she did a lot of infrastructure was improved and all, but the thing which she neglected was poor people. Kejriwal ji gave a dignified life to the poor
You're
people
saying
of the
Sheila
country.
Dikshit neglected poor people?
Comparing to Kejriwal ji concentrated on welfare schemes for the poor and neglected people, like free bijli, free pani, free health services, and world-class education for students, free bus yatras, free teeth yatras. All these things, like he gave a dignified people to those people, like people, 30% people living in unauthorized colonies. They didn't have a connection to the piped water or electricity connection. But now, almost in all unauthorized colonies, jhuggi, jhopris, and all, they all have access to free water and piped water and electricity. And the way their life has changed, and the way they are saving money from all these schemes, they can never
Okay.
ignore Kejriwal ji.
Okay, you made a
They
big charge on
believe,
late Sheila Dikshit. You said that she neglected poor people. Shivam, to you.
Kartiki ji, everything that I can literally name hundreds of colonies since the 70s and 80s, which had juggies. The Purvanchalis who came after 1982 Asian Games, they had juggies, and how they were converted into big houses, which are worth 2 to 3 crores today in Babarpur in Northeast Delhi, all over East Delhi, has been given by the Congress. What is this narrative that we have given everything? What you've done is, yes, in the first term of your government, you've
okay,
given
Okay.
give
everything
me
away
some
for
time.
free.
Give me
But
time.
what is your
Give me,
capital expenditure? What is your capital expenditure? It's in minus. You've done nothing new. All you're doing is promising away free stuff and destroying the economy of the state. That's all the Aam Aadmi
Okay.
Party's achievement is. Please
Okay.
ask ma'am what is her capital expenditure. Does she know the number?
Anjali, to you, quickly.
Yeah, Shivam, I want to inform you that in 5 years, Congress spent on health sector 1462 crores rupees, and in 1 year, Aam Aadmi Party spent 1,745 crore in 1 year. And in 2014, there were 9,523 beds, and
Okay.
2024, there are 13,708
Okay.
beds. And talking about Mohalla clinics, 533 Mohalla clinics are there, 7 crore OPD visits till February
Okay.
2024, 450 tests, diagnostic tests are free, job creation 10,000, budgetary support 212 crore.
Okay.
Delhi households, just a minute, and even
You know,
global
madam,
recognition.
these are the
Yeah.
statistics. My debate point was that suddenly
Yeah.
Sheila Dikshit has become part of the narrative. Mr. Prasad, and then
Because
go to
they
Dr. Sen.
don't- they don't-
Mr.
they don't
Prasad,
have
why has
anything else.
Congress failed to create a leader after Sheila? And then I'll go to Dr. Sen for the closing comment. Why has Congress failed to create a leader after Sheila Dikshit?
Well, that has been the bane of Congress party. It never builds a second line of defense on the second line of leadership. That has been through. Leaders come up by their own work. And of course, the fact that the Congress was unable to win elections in the Lok Sabha and also the state assembly and so much, and also the MCD, actually eroded the base, for whatever little base the party had, and its leadership started going elsewhere. The ones you mentioned who were made a party leader goes and joins the BJP at one point of time, or somebody becomes whose
Okay.
political was not so great, but was given the job. So they were unable to deliver. So the question is, successive losses have also lost the base.
Okay, and last 1 minute to Dr. Sen, because you are the contender in this fight. The narrative war is between right now BJP versus AAP. Do you think that this time you can break the jinx of the last 25 years?
See, on one side, there are parties like Congress and AAP who have constituted scam ki dukan. On one hand, you can talk about the CWE scam and other scams of the AAP that they're facing right now. So scam ki dukan on one end and the vision for development and future on the other end. That is Bharatiya Janata Party.
your vision?
Bharatiya
What is the
Janata
vision
Party
you have
represents holistic development and societal inclusion. And I believe people of Delhi would reject these parties who are only functioning with their vested interests. Look at the tutu meme which thus happened between AAP and Congress or during this debate.
So you are
They
saying
part
you
of
are coming
Indie
back
bloc.
to power?
They will run the government.
Okay,
Neither
you're
of
saying
these parties are
so.
fit-
You're saying
fit to run the
that the
government.
BJP will break the jinx this time.
Last point.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The public support is on our side,
Okay.
and they will get a befitting reply
Okay.
after the election.
I've really run short of time. Thank you all of you for joining me. That's all on Point tonight.